up, dog.
We're gonna fire it up.
Wait.
What episode number is this?
This is episode 16.
16. My
Yes,
man.
episode
Shark.
16. Welcome, everybody. Glad to have you back
I
with
love
us.
his intro voice. It's so like soothing and
It's like a
hello.
younger James
younger-
Earl Jones.
It is.
Kinda.
Yes.
It is.
Nice.
I mean, I'll take that, right?
Oh, yeah.
That's good.
Earl Jones.
No, I appreciate it.
yeah,
Jeff.
man.
I know.
You got
Thank
that
you.
smooth,
Thank you.
sexy voice.
Buttery, yet manly.
Buttery and manly. that's
Buttery,
gonna be.
butterman.
That's gonna go in the
Butter manly.
description.
How's it?
Butter manly.
Are we in there?
Oh yeah, we're in there.
we're good.
We're in there.
Awesome.
We've already done all the checks. We're good.
Check.
So, guys, today we are going to talk.
16.
We are going to talk about brand loyalty, brand ambassadors, and I know that we have a couple of things that are going to get you fired up. We got a brewski in the house.
We got this so I tried this. It's Liftbridge Mango Blonde Ale.
Mm-hmm.
Let's just say my man card is thrown out, and it's Friday, and I'm gonna enjoy. It's 120.
Yeah, the heat index is like
Hot
the
as
heat
shit.
index is 110. Is that right?
Mm-hmm.
Something ridiculous. It's disgusting outside.
Kakas.
Yeah, and
I know.
I already got my workout in for the day, so I'm feeling good.
I got my workout in at 9:00 this morning.
Get this.
Oh
bullshit.
yeah, wait. What was your workout, Colin?
I got a massage.
That was your word.
It was hard.
He's
Was-
like, yeah,
was it at
man.
your
I'm just
local-
like, after my massage, I just can't, exert energy, and I just need to call it a day. I'm like, it's the start of the day, but hey, whatever.
Was it
But-
at
It was the only time they had.
yeah,
Was
still
it
open.
It was a Thai massage parlor in a nice strip mall.
Ooh,
Give
rub
you
it
the
in,
side
tug.
tap on the leg, and you just opened her up, and yeah, have fun.
You know why those places they exist is because it's always the sketchy strip mall, and then it says like massage. There's no like name behind the business. They go, really?
It's a front. It's a
Yeah,
Coke front.
That's right.
It's a
front.
Coke. Well, all
Coke
right.
front.
I've been
Well,
watching.
speaking
you
of
know-
cocaine, we saw the sequel to Sicario last night.
Yeah, so let's talk about that real quick
shit,
because
dude.
I haven't seen it yet, but I did see Jurassic World.
Brutal.
Yeah, it's
Terrible.
bad.
Okay, I will say this about Jurassic World.
'Kay.
Insanely predictable. I knew everything that was going to happen 10 to 15 minutes before it happened. And it was like, aside from the dinosaur auction in the dude's basement,
Yeah,
it
for
wasn't
real.
that
So
horrible.
it's like Taken when they're auctioning like the kids and the bodies, but they just did. Let's throw dinosaurs.
Well, no,
That's fucking
we were
horrible.
working out the other day and you were doing like this impression and you were like, you're going to see the scene in the movie. I'm like, okay, I don't know if he really says this like thing in the
That's
movie,
what
but it's
Frankie was
this
telling me, yeah.
one guy and he has a really nasally voice and he says, 10 million, I make that in a morning. Let's
Yeah.
go
Oh,
sell
yeah.
the
Remember that guy, the
Indoraptor
villain?
and
Yeah.
120 million.
It's like they almost took it too literal.
Yeah.
Like you can still have cool villains, but that's garbage. Like I'm not even gonna go see it.
Well, the
And I like
stupidest
dinosaurs,
thing was the villain. Like, okay, their villain wasn't even scary. It was this dude who collects dinosaur teeth for his necklace, and the pinnacle of his like
on.
stupidity came. And I'm like, he goes in after like the dinosaurs have basically cleared out the auction, and then like all these Russians are like 20 millions,
Yeah,
like
dude,
holding
the
up like
classic,
cards.
it's your Russian guy. What's his name?
20 million.
What's your
20
guy?
millions.
Alexei
Alexei.
Chernikov?
Hello, it's
Hello,
me.
My name is Alexei.
I would like to take
I
Velociraptor.
would
20
like
million.
dinosaur. I got 20 million.
It's so bad.
Yeah.
I know what they're gonna do with these dinosaurs. I don't know why they're in this dude's basement.
It was
I also
like
don't know.
They were gonna use them for military exploitation. Like,
Yeah.
that'll work.
I know.
Yeah,
so
that-
like,
that-
let's take
that even
them off the
remotely
island
makes
and onto
sense.
the faithland.
It's kind of like I feel that the movies like Jurassic Park or like Transformers is another franchise where you're like, dude, if it's not getting better, there is that point where you kind of need to call her a day. But then you get the franchises, which I'm not gonna lie, I don't like him as an individual, but I saw the new Mission Impossible and I go, I'm gonna go see that. It looks
that.
fire. It looks
I-
fire. And then you know what? That made me just want to stand up, standing ovation. Equalizer 2 with
God,
Denzel.
yeah. It looked so.
Oh, boy.
He's a Lyft driver.
No, an Uber driver.
No, it was
oh, was it
Lyft.
Lyft?
It
Was
was
it?
Lyft.
So funny because he worked at Home Depot
Yeah.
in Equalizer 1,
Yeah.
and now he's.
I love how
Lyft
he starts his watch,
Timer, and
just
you're all
beats the
gonna
shit
get
out of like 12
destroyed.
dudes, and then 17 seconds later, no, call
Yeah,
it. We'll
yeah.
call it
Good.
17 seconds.
It looks so sick, dude. Equalizer.
gnarly.
Anything Denzel. Name a movie he sucked in. Crickets are chirping right now. If we had that soundbite, we'd throw it in because he doesn't suck.
We need to get some of the sound
Yeah, I
effects
know.
for
We
the
can-
show.
I
That
really
would be
wanna
pretty
work
cool.
that.
Soundbites are fun, unless you're Joe Budden, because I listened to the rappers podcast yesterday. He's a podcast guy now, and he just sound bites off his Mac,
Yeah.
and it's so annoying. It's like, dude, stop.
Yeah, no, you need like
just
maybe
sucks.
we need to hire like a technical guy. That'd be cool. If it ever gets
Ooh.
that big, that'd be sick. Have some dude in a booth because a
If
lot of
it-
like
if
high end
it ever
podcasts.
That's
It's that big?
his whole job is to do sound
San,
bites.
san,
That's it.
san.
No, but they do
Yeah,
like they
for
do
sure.
like they balance levels.
Yeah.
Like okay, that's high level. That's
Yeah.
We
next
need a
level
young
shit.
we need a
Someday.
young Jamie in the house.
Yes.
We need a young Jamie.
We can do that soon enough.
All right, but you saw Sicario 2, so it
Oh.
was better than the dude getting eaten by the Indoraptor because he
Well-
goes inside a cage with the Indoraptor.
Well, also I want to say I was super upset how the one dinosaur in the water, that monster.
oh, that was my
fuck.
favorite dinosaur.
Yeah. All it does is at the end just shows him going through
surf, yep.
the surf. I'm like, that's all you got. You
It,
got
ate the boat in the beginning, and it ate that dude out of the helicopter.
So it's
that
in
was
the
sick.
beginning and the end. It's like, come on, this dude is huge.
Right.
He could destroy everything, and
Could
you
have been
throw
more
him
of a
in
main
there
character.
for like 2 seconds. Super
Well,
disappointing.
you know what it is. They're probably like, another spin-off. Let's do the water dinosaur.
No. Well, it's
Jurassic
there's going to be
Park
a
water
third one.
dinosaur.
Done.
What I always want to know is how the fuck does that one scientist, like Henry, always get away at the end? He's like, oh, we developed this new dinosaur
who's Henry?
species. Like the guy, the main, like, I don't know, what do you call it? Like the fossil genealogist person,
Paleontologist
geneticist?
slash
yeah.
geneticist slash he's just got the
At the end of the
thing.
day,
He like
guys.
creates dinosaurs, and he always like he's in the end of the movie. And he like comes into the basement. He's like, "You guys don't know what you're doing," and he's the one like creating all this shit. But he always gets away. So I think that
You
that
know
guy
who
needs to
didn't
get eaten by a
away? Who's
raptor.
basically that character from the original? Where, Remember the
Dennis?
guy?
Yeah.
Dennis, dude. The chubby dude with
That's
the
still the best
glasses
one.
that got all fogged up.
My
That's still the
favorite-
best
Amazing.
one.
favorite
Love
when the
that
guy
one.
gets eaten when he's in the porta potty. Just
Oh,
gets
yeah.
I love that.
munched.
I would
Yeah.
probably Jurassic Park is probably my favorite one, but I would say Jurassic World, not this one. Like the first one in this trilogy is probably my second
I
favorite.
enjoyed it.
With
I
the
legitimately
steamy,
liked that movie.
Sexy Chris Pratt.
Yeah. Well, he's in the second
Yeah.
one, but in the
Why is
in
he
the
in the
first
second?
one he was better.
He was.
I think.
Marine
More.
Velociraptor
I don't even
trainer.
know. Yeah. Whatever.
Yeah, he's
Um,
ex-Navy SEAL, like
talks to
animal
them.
behaviorist.
He's like got his clicker.
Yeah.
No.
Blue down, girl.
Dude, what it boils down to is these movies are trying to bang out as much cash flow as they can get in that first week because people's attention spans are so minimal. Like, when I found out, not gonna lie, Sicario was popping, it's like kind of under the radar, but dude, that's like John Wick stuff.
It's got
like,
a gnarly cast. Really good cast.
the whole,
and
like,
just
the
the
scenes
whole-
are just brutal.
It's. I mean, I.
Well, you have
I'm
a
gonna
military background, so then you kind of saw it and you were like, oh, okay.
I'm gonna have to say that movies nowadays are really taking a turn for the worst.
They are
really
because they're
are.
not getting.
why do you
It's
think that?
hard to get because it has to do with the writers. It really does. I
Yes.
think so because if you have less original material, books like there's still really good books coming out, but movies, directors for whatever reason, a lot of time take the source material, which is the books, and then they just fuck with it and do their own thing, and it turns out nothing like the story.
Which we did talk about that when we were training.
World
but
War
we
Z,
said
yeah.
one good movie / book / movie that they did a good job. It has nothing correlating to the book. Is World War Z.
It
Where
was
the movie was actually
it was
tastefully
legit,
done.
yeah, zombie movie, but the book is
No,
completely
I've
different.
heard.
and I love it.
I think overall the best book that I've read that was turned
Wait,
into
you read?
a movie. Yeah.
Oh, no kidding. Damn.
I loved Angels and Demons.
Oh, with Tom
Oh yeah,
Hanks?
yeah, yeah.
Tom
No, that
Hanks.
was good. Yep.
And the
It
movie was
followed
shit,
Beast-
wasn't it?
No,
No.
it was great.
Oh, it was good?
The Da
Was it
Vinci
good?
Code too.
Fantastic.
The Da Vinci Code and
Oh,
that one.
I'm getting blowback
Yeah.
here.
Oh, well, one, I absolutely love everything Vatican related. So
You were literally just gonna say, I absolutely love everything of Tom Hanks.
the
I mean,
the only
Forrest
difference,
Gump.
it followed the book really, really well, except the
Dan
beginning
Brown is
por-
the shit.
The
He's
beginning
such
portion.
he's an amazing author.
Yeah, but that movie was fantastic, and it was really good. Tom Hanks
Nice.
was great in it, and yeah, I thoroughly enjoyed that one. That came out a long time ago.
I'd
So
watch.
back-
You made me
back-
want to watch those again now.
I'm gonna have to. Well, I haven't. I've got to get on that train. But
Angels
I've
and
read-
Demons and Da Vinci Code. Don't see Inferno. I didn't like
No.
that one. That one's stupid.
I'd read the book first because that
Okay.
book will be like,
Like you think that he made all of this up, but it's all real history, like stuff that actually happened, and
amazing.
he
See, I'm
wove
into
his
that,
own.
dude.
Yeah, he wove his own plot into all this stuff, and you're like, holy shit, that's actually a real thing.
That's
yeah,
crazy.
So I think Angels and Demon. Remember when it sparked the whole Illuminati craze?
Oh yeah, yeah,
That's what kind of sparked it.
yeah.
And people took that shit to a whole new level where you're like, no, the Illuminati was a group of scientists who were being executed because they didn't believe in religion. So they were this basic underground society that preached science.
Oh, no
and
shit.
then everyone took that and is like, what, Kanye West and fucking Beyonce and everyone's in.
You
like,
mean Ye? He goes by Ye now.
Oh, he goes by Ye now? Yeah, so I was like, do you even understand the concept behind what the Illuminati was? It makes no sense to what you're doing with it nowadays.
Right.
Not at all.
It's like gang related shit or whatever.
It was just
Yeah,
a bunch
it's
of scientists that wanted to
This is why I love though, like people can do that, but like when you get a movie like when we saw Sicario, it's so
need to go see
gritty and like you just go, this really happens. Like it's a lot of in this. It keeps the story of the cartels / border people, like border control. So not giving too much info, but mainly from steering away from drug cartels, they're shipping bodies over, like illegal immigrants.
Yeah.
So that was kind of the premise of the Texas-Mexico border.
Okay, yeah.
And then Josh Brolin comes in with his team, and I'm like, these dudes are putting on like skull ski masks. I'm like, so sick.
Yeah, it
when they
was-
just rolled up and they
just start blasting dudes.
blocked them in and just like headshots, John Wick style, and then all the other guys are like, I don't know how to shoot a gun. I'm like, why is Josh Brolin so badass? I do have a man crush on him right now. I gotta say,
he's-
Thanos. He's in Marvel movies. He's the bad guy /
He plays
good guy.
Thanos?
Yes.
Oh.
And he's
and
in
he
Deadpool.
was in Deadpool.
Marvel is
Yeah.
another one that's
He's in
crushing it.
Deadpool.
So actually, I didn't think there would. Now there is. Okay, I saw like Fallen Kingdom. That was, but I need to go see Deadpool 2. I need to see the new Han Solo movie. I haven't seen that, and I also need to see Sicario 2.
I heard the Solo movie was good. So the guys that are the most credible are Carson and Grant, the guys that produced our record. They're Galactic Empire, the heavy metal Star Wars band. It's their thing. Like, if you want a real, like, review, contact them. So they went and saw it, and it was actually the most expensive Star Wars movie ever made.
Well, I believe
Which
that.
is
I believe it
interesting.
just because, like, you know, the effects keep getting better and better
Totally.
as the years go on. So obviously, price is going to go up.
That
But
if you don't even really enjoy this whole storyline behind it, enjoy the cinematic adventure you go on.
Yes.
Just
Well, it's-
enjoy
it's-
the craziness
Yeah.
of it.
I
it is
love-
like Jurassic Park, though, because it's Star Wars, because it has that name.
It has
People
that
will
name.
see it.
Yep.
Well,
Absolutely.
what I like, though, is what they're doing. I like how they're doing spin-offs
Mm-hmm.
of these characters that creates more value to the original 3 movies. Like, it's fucking gnarly that they're doing a Boba Fett fucking movie, like, and a Vader movie. Like, what?
Yeah.
Like,
I still can't
that's gonna be
believe-
sick, dude.
I
Like,
still can't believe that Harrison Ford never wanted to do the Star Wars movies.
Well, I
Oh,
think
and they
he wanted
never
to, he
wanted
wanted to be
to.
killed off in them, right?
Well,
yeah.
that's why he got.
But then he saw that
That's
why
paycheck.
they
got
let him
killed
do it,
off.
yeah.
Then you get that paycheck, and you
he-
go, "Ooh, maybe I should."
Yeah.
hang
But
on
he's
there.
the most beloved Star Wars character,
from the
and that's
beginning.
crazy. That's his like. Okay, no, Indiana Jones is his most favorite role, but like Han Solo is a very close second.
Is it?
It's
what do you think?
debatable.
Indiana
It's
Jones?
I think
debatable.
those are
I'd probably
neck
say
and neck.
Indiana Jones.
Who's cooler? Han Solo.
No.
Dr. Jones.
Dr. Jones, a professor of archaeology that
Okay.
Who's
kicks
an
ass.
adventurer.
That's
His
true.
fucking whip.
His whip skills.
The only
really
thing
good.
he's afraid of is
Snakes.
snakes.
I am too.
I am too. That's,
But think about it, like, my God, like, you're known for being Indiana Jones as a Han Solo, like, go fuck yourself. Like,
Yeah.
what are you doing with your life? Like, you can't compete with that. Like, the 2 of the most well-known characters
true.
ever.
you
I think
can't-
they're doing that well. I think the Marvel movies are doing good.
Here's a challenge. Go watch.
Shit. I
Just keep it going. We
Yeah,
can,
keep
like,
going.
I'll
yeah.
be right back.
We
Alec
talk
will be
movies.
back. Do we have somebody with bringing in product?
Packages.
I have no idea
Packages.
how that is.
So what were you saying though, Colin?
No, I was saying that, trying to get, oh yeah. Here's a challenge for you. Would you ever watch all Marvel movies in chronological order? Have you watched all Marvel
so
movies in
it's funny you
chronological
bring that
order?
up real quick because there was a layout. I forget if it was in People magazine or some magazine laid out. No joke. Now this is a hard stretch. It was not only the movies, but the Netflix TV shows that line up. So like Luke Cage. Never really got into that, but he ties in to the Marvel movies because it's a Marvel show.
Yep.
So they actually showed every single, not only Netflix show,
but movie
in
chronological order.
In chronological order, it's like mind blowing.
I saw this. That's what I'm referring
was
to.
Way down here, but they're like, oh, he comes in somewhere in like later on in the Marvel movies, and I'm like, they had this planned out for like ever. Like it's crazy. It's cool. It's I mean, would I do it? No, I've seen majority of it, but like, who's the girl like spy agent?
Jessica Jones.
I never got into that. Luke
I didn't.
Cage,
I haven't seen anything yet.
Punisher was gnarly.
Punisher,
I so
fucking love. My
that
God.
Finally, after all these years, they really.
Daredevil's so sick.
It was
That's
good.
another one. I like Daredevil.
I mean, better than Ben Affleck Daredevil. Oh my God, that was horrible.
I still think though, like I like Marvel so much better than DC. True. I still think my favorite superhero movie trilogy of all time is the Dark Knight trilogy.
Yeah. I mean,
and that's the one thing, and that's DC.
I mean, we debated this, not to get too nerdy on this, but we talked about the best Batman recently. Ben Affleck kills it. Like, he's a phenomenal Bruce Wayne because of his charisma and how he is now. The movie is garbage. Like, but him as Batman is by far one of the best or the best.
I don't know. I prefer Christian Bale.
I do too. I'm with
really
Alec.
Doing a raspy. Ugh.
Yeah.
No.
Yeah.
Horrible.
Yeah.
I do. I like Ben Affleck a lot, but Christian Bale Batman.
Well, they already showed like leaks of the Aquaman movie coming out, so I just feel like
Jason Momoa, right?
Jason.
Yeah. Game of Thrones. Khal Drogo.
He's a sexy man.
Yeah, I mean it's. I'm just hoping they can bounce back, but I'll be honest with you, it's like you already. That Justice League movie was so top 10 worst movies I've seen, really and I love that shit.
Yeah.
I love superheroes, but...
Yeah. Okay, well, we spent like 10 minutes talking about movies.
Sick.
Which is good.
But anyway, Sicario, go see that, because it was so gnarly.
It'll blow your skirt up for sure.
As Corey Willoughby says, it didn't blow my skirt. This will. It'll blow it way over your head. Like, by the way, he hasn't seen Sicario 1.
No, I watched it last night.
Right, but you went into Sicario 2 not seeing it. He enjoyed it, and then that night
the first Sicario was great.
Yeah,
honestly,
the second one's
preferred
better.
The second one
because no Emily Blunt.
No Emily Blunt. She was just
annoying.
Pissed me off the whole time.
I love Emily Blunt though. I think she's cool. Have you ever seen What is it? Edge of Tomorrow?
Yeah,
is that it? Yeah.
Yeah. That movie, I actually thoroughly disliked that movie.
Clear, die, repeat. I'm like, we get it. It
was for what, an hour? The same scene.
Actually, I never thought about that. That is annoying. That would drive me nuts.
Over again?
It's like the movie
with maybe an added like
scene.
2 minutes.
How about the movie Phone Booth with Colin Farrell? It was in a phone booth the whole 2.5 hours.
Yeah, it's crazy.
Wow. Never
again. How they do that, but.
Yeah. All right, we'll do another movie episode. We'll put it
actually, I think
topic
that's
of
what
today. Let's get it.
No, I think ambassador program and brand loyalty and what it means.
Wait. What's brand loyalty?
Funny. Well, actually, no. We'll get into a definition. Yeah, that's where we need the sound effect guy.
Right.
But I know that I've been talking to you guys about this.
Yeah.
You get this message multiple times a day. Basically, people will hit either you or Alec up on Instagram and say, "Hey,
goes up
can
in the DM,
can I sponsor your brand, or can I get free product?"
Yep.
So why don't you talk a little bit about that and kind of like your responses, because I know that you wanted to do an episode on this.
Well, I think we held off on talking about it for so long.
We did.
But just because you get to the point where you're like, oh, whatever. But it's, I think within the past, 2-3 months, it's gotten over the top.
Yeah, I feel
as Ironing Fitness has grown, so do the people who want to represent it.
Yeah, the brand's growing. I mean, that's the point. The whole thing is like, I feel we're trying. That's what it is, man. But like, it's getting to the point now where I think the people that are following social media or do whatever they want, they're getting like desensitized to like really what they're into. And so I kind of was thinking in my head, reflecting, digging deeper on maybe why, look at from their point of view what they're trying to ask or apply for. So there's certain business models which totally works. We talked about it on the episode that's going to be dropping soon with Ryan about First Form, the supplement company, where Andy Frisella has a phenomenal Legionnaire program. So when you do that, though, I was talking to, not to name names, but a guy that supports us, and he is part of this Legionnaire program. And so I was just picking his brain. I said, hey, man, do you feel like you're not being valued and it's getting oversaturated? And he's like, dude, you took the words right out of my mouth. and he's a great promoter. Like, he promotes till the cows come home in a good way. And he's like, yeah, I mean, I've busted my ass for this company and like really genuinely promoting them and has their back. And now they're just picking anybody. Anybody can be a Legionnaire. And it's like, I get the method to the business side of what Andy Frisella is doing. And I respect that 100%. But I also go, but you're also, there's a catch-22. You're devaluing your product. Like, I don't do first form products because I'm like, everyone can be a Legionnaire. It doesn't interest me anymore because I'm like, if you're giving that shit at a mega discount or free to people, like, I don't really want to be a part of what everybody else is doing in a way. You know what I mean? You lose that exclusivity.
Yeah.
And that
I can get that point.
I use the air quotes of the cool factor. You're not cool anymore. And
we love air quotes.
Yeah, we do. That should have been a soundbite. We love air quotes.
How many times have I said that?
We love air quotes.
Air quotes is our thing on a
it's
podcast.
Colin's voice of saying that.
We love air quotes.
Yeah,
we
exactly.
love air
There you
quotes.
go.
I completely agree, and I think the problem is, I think First Form has been a huge problem with the whole brand ambassador thing, where everyone
via social media,
where everyone, you know, if you click on, I'd say, you know, I don't know statistics or anything.
Anyone that lifts a fucking weight at this point, like, it's
in their bio, it lists
Legionnaire.
And the problem is with supplements, it costs 20, 30, 40 cents to make these products, and all these people are getting these mad discounts to do it, and then they push product, they can make money off of it.
Right.
And that's how they stay these Legionnaires, is they have basically quotas that they need to make, where if you don't get enough people to buy the product, then you're no longer a Legionnaire. See ya, thank you, sorry.
Which it does make sense because they're basically holding them accountable to prove like you're going to push X amount of units to then keep your status. So again, the business mind behind it, it's pretty fucking genius. But at the same time too, I'm like, I don't know. Do you have to go in this roundabout almost like way to entice people, or just make your shit good enough to let people buy it on their own?
Yeah, well, that's a business model, because you have literally have the exact opposite business model he does, where you are completely relying on exclusivity and, hey, a product's here, it's available, now it's gone.
Right.
Get it while you can get it, guys.
Right.
Yeah, and he's like, you know, buy more, and we'll make more.
Well, and we can't, again, it's a different world when you compare clothing to supplements, because, you know, clothing, we can make custom colorways, we can change on different garments, we can do kind of whatever we want. So can supplement world, but it's like, this is our pre-workout is, you know, this brand. Now we're gonna one up our old pre to add more shit or more caffeine or more beta alanine to this new pre. So I feel like their ceiling can only go so high on product, like, of that exclusive one. But like clothing, it's the sky's the limit. Like, you can do any garment, any color, any patch, any whatever, you know?
Yeah,
so.
And I think a huge problem is where people see, you know, oh, I can be a Legionnaire, anyone can, and then they translate that into, you know, clothing, where they're like, well, yeah, if, you know, everyone's doing these ambassador programs, they're gonna do it too, and people don't realize, like, okay, it costs 50 cents to make supplements. It doesn't cost 50 cents to make clothing.
Clothing's more expensive.
Just ditch that shit away.
Yeah, and that's true. I mean, I feel it's finding a balance, right? I feel like we're going to play this, like, push and pull where... And it's... So here's the funny thing. I used to get kind of, like, bent when people would be like, hey, man, like that fucking asshole 2 days ago, he's like, I'm 53. And the guy was a total prick. He was like...
I remember you tell me, dude, go into a little more depth on the story.
Yourself.
No,
so
tell him the story.
Yeah, so I will even call out his handle if I can find it. I deleted it. But basically, the guy is like 100... I don't care how many followers you have.
Well, first off, 105 isn't anything follow-wise, but
Colin's
I have more followers than that.
Colin's like, I don't even use Instagram, and I got a shitload more than that guy. You know? So he basically was like, I love your stuff. And I'm like, that's awesome. Like, clearly we're doing great designs or something right where we stand out from the pack. And he's like, I love your shit. But then he's like, do you have like a program? I'm like, well, you know, we keep our eyes peeled, but like we always give shout outs. We love, you know, every week, every few days, like hashtagging Ironing Fitness and giving the credit to the people that are purchasing the brand and wearing it out and being like a representative of this brand, and they support it, and we appreciate that more than anything. So we give them shout outs. If you take a picture, we'll post it, we'll tag you, you know, all that stuff. This guy goes, send me some shirts, I'll take photos in it. I'm like, hey man, like, you know, I can't just send you a bunch of shirts just because.
We don't just do that.
Yeah, I mean, because now my brand has zero value because I just gave you our main product for nothing.
And as we said, it's not supplements.
Right.
Like, it costs, like, it actually legitimately costs, like, a decent amount of coins.
Yeah,
to make
it's not
these things.
cheap. So, and we actually cut our costs because we do it all in-house, which most brands don't. So I commend us for doing that, where that helps on the cost end as well. But, so anyways, this guy was like, you know, give me some shirts, I'll take some photos in it. And I'm like, well, we don't do that. But if you buy stuff, I even gave him a discount code. Like, here, man, here's like 10% off. Like, use this code. Like, it's a little extra bonus. And then he said, no, not that, free. And I'm like, okay. Like, you're out of your fucking mind, dude. Like,
it is. Didn't he go, no, that's not how
sponsorships work. That's
you
what he said.
Send it to me free.
Free, yep.
Like, yeah, just that annoys me hearing it.
Right. And so, like, this is a 53-year-old man asking for product. And I go, I want to be like, you know what, man? Like, when I got these new shoes, did I go to skateboarding company and say, hey, I love those red shoes. Can you hook me up, like, for free? Because do you know who I am? Like, I'm just some dude on Instagram. They'd be like, go fuck yourself, for real. And that's what I cannot stand is that. And then I found out from people, I said, why do you think this is okay? Like, they go, well, it doesn't hurt to ask. That's their response. It's like, I might as well ask because I can DM with my thumbs and I'm living in a world that you'll never meet me. But, like, I'm off the grid, right? So what's my worst case scenario? This guy's going to tell me to F off or not respond. That's what's embedded in people's heads. Also, though, that people need to segue and understand is that business is what's happening at the end of the day. So to keep the lights on, to keep the podcast going, to printing clothing and making more for people that actually buy it, is that this is a business. So the number one thing you don't do in any business, if it's supplements, if it's anything, is give your shit away for free and hope that you're going to recoup the value of the following off of that, which many clothing brands, as we've seen, you know, they're like looking for ambassadors. They have 1,000 followers on their Instagram and they're literally giving their clothing out.
Because they think that if they just pump out all this product, give it to all these people are going to see it and that's going to blow their shit up. It's like, not. It's not. And another problem is, you know, you see these people with crazy followings on Instagram and they're like, oh, you know, so-and-so has 500,000 followers, 1 million followers. Right. We'll send them free clothes. They'll promote it when in actuality, a lot of the people that follow these people are just like, they're hot, so I'm going to follow them. Mm-hmm. They're not going to buy shit because they're wearing it.
Right.
That's not how it works.
Yeah, and the funny thing is, like, so there's this dude, well, I'm going to fucking call him on, put him on blast. So it's interesting, too, because it's coming to a point where I love certain music. I love certain brands.
You like music?
Yeah, music's fun. Music's good. Oh. Music's good. I also like supporting other sweet brands. So, like, great example is we've talked about Rebel 8 before. Great streetwear brand. I still buy Josh's shit. And do I fucking DM Josh and you're like, yo, bro, you know who I am? Can I get free shit?
Or did you ask the Newfound
I went to the Newfound Glory concert. Did I ask you if I go, dude, I'm Jeff. I run a clothing brand. Like, I don't care. Like, have you seen my Instagram? Bro, like, free? No. That shit doesn't even cross my being or my mind.
Yeah, like I bought 3 shirts from the Blessed Fall dudes at their show.
Yeah, because
I like the dudes and I want them to have success. Not that my money is really going to make a huge difference into it.
It will.
But it's like you support the people them. That you enjoy. You enjoy what the product they have, and you just do it.
Yeah, and like. We're not talking a lot of money here, people.
$25 for
a fucking t-shirt, and you're bent on that. Maybe you need to reevaluate your fucking finances and figure it out. Like
going to the bars every weekend, and dropping $200 on booze.
That's common. Like $200, $300,
or going out to eat 5 times in a weekend. It's like, but you could have bought or supported that, and like, So what I was talking about is this guy on the internet where he's heavily tattooed and he's got it's funny, you watch someone's like social media career and you're pegging and he's painting a picture. I'm like, this guy as a person is the furthest thing I'd want him to do with our brand and be associated with it. So he started out as like had 1,000 followers. Now he has like 200K, like crazy, right? If you scroll through his page in 5 seconds, he's been with, I swear,
at least
7 or 8 different clothing brands, and he just like dumps one, he's on to the next, dumps one, he's on to the next, right? So these brands feel that, oh, if we give this guy our shit because he has 200K followers, it's gonna recoup. Now, don't get me wrong, you're gonna get some sales off that. Let's be smart here. But the type of person where in his Insta story shows himself looking in the mirror and he goes, "What's up?" to himself. And then it's him all sweaty and he's doing like licking his lips like LL Cool J. And if anybody knows that, LL Cool J is the only human on this planet that can fucking do that because he's a god in the hip hop world. And he does yo, what's up, girl? What he does that. That's this guy. And I'm like,
and the classic, like
the hair
looking in the
swoop.
mirror, he's like, and
he
he's
does
so
the-
like hands and
yeah, and it just blows my mind because the funny thing is on his profile, he's with a clothing brand and he had the audacity to hit me up a week ago, DM'd me and said, yo, you want me to, take some pics in your stuff?
This is the second time.
Second time. And I wanted to be like, dude, go fuck yourself. For real. Like, that is the bullshit that people follow, and that's fine. You can follow whoever you want. But those type of people like him are a problem. And then it creates this domino effect of then people are like, well, I can just get free shit. Dude, the loyalty of this brand is insane. We have such amazing people that buy the brand and they continue. And it's to the point now where we're selling out of shit. And like, it's because of that.
Well, why don't you tell him the story follow up to that DM?
That guy?
Yeah, because you got another one that was good.
He goes by at Flem Show.
Flem Show.
No. I'm talking about the DM you got after Flem Show.
I just have to put him on blast.
Yeah, fuck that dude.
Yeah, it's just like, it's just bullshit. So like, if any of you are listening to this, like, if you want to opt into that, go for it. But he's a pure example of trash that doesn't give a shit. He's only looking out for his best interest.
Himself.
What
do
value do you bring to the world? Even
if
if we call it the world of Instagram, which is a world that people like look into, what is he bringing besides that he's covered in tattoos? There's zero value there as a human being. Like, maybe you should start like looking in the mirror and go, maybe I should do something for the community or take my 200K followers and start doing something with that. It fucking irks me to the core. But anyway.
But what about the nice message that you got right after that?
Oh, yeah, no joke. I told you this. This was awesome. So it's funny how you get douchebags like this guy. And then, is Ed here right now?
Yeah.
Okay, I was like, someone's robbing the warehouse or Ed's back there right now.
He just got in.
This guy just hit me up, and I apologize for not knowing exactly who you are. Supporter of the brand. He said, hey, man, I hope you and Alec are doing well. And I'm waiting for the free shit comment. He goes, hope you guys have an awesome week. I'm like, made my day. Made my week. Mm-hmm. I'm like, this guy didn't go at me or him and say, can I get free shit? He literally was like, you guys are killing it. I love your shit. Keep it up. Just hope you're having a great week. I'm like, we should send that guy something.
Probably.
Yeah.
That's what's
you know
so
what I mean?
cool.
Like,
that's what's so cool is there's so many opposite ends of the spectrum when it comes down to it. It's you have your people who ask for free shit that have never. I love it how it's always love your brand.
They always like
love it.
95% starts
love
with that.
it.
And I'm like, wait for it. Oh,
Yeah.
Here it is.
But so you have that spectrum where it's love the brand.
Right.
Send me free shit. They have never, not once, bought
Purchased
a
an item.
single thing.
Yep.
And then on the opposite end, you have these amazing people who own every fucking
they're in
thing.
it. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Every single thing, and
So
they
cool.
stay in contact with you. Like there's multiple people who buy things that I talk to on a regular basis.
Yeah, it's awesome. Super sweet.
And so it's those people that consistently support, consistently have positive feedback, are always engaging, that so outweigh the bullshit.
Yeah, and I think but what you just touched on is like, you don't necessarily need an ambassador program to be a part of something, right? And so like I feel that the people that get it are the ones that are loyal, and they're like, you know, we know, we pay attention, guys. Like, we're on our shit. We know who's who, who's buying what, how many units you sell. We have all the numbers with this stuff. But
and it's cool because people know, like, prime example, always talk about him, Chris, Eternal Death Slayer 3.
He's the man.
People know who he is because he's up on the page all the fucking time. So he is a brand ambassador.
Yeah.
Because of how much he supports, and not only the brand, the band, everything. He's in it 100%, and people know who he is because he's so positive, and he's frequent,
funny as shit,
funny as hell, and people tune into him now because he's
awesome.
Because he's been following the brand since day one.
As they say, he's keeping it real. Yeah, I mean, the whole thing is, man, is like, that dude doesn't need a discount code. He doesn't need... And I'm not ragging on brands that do that, and there's nothing wrong. Maybe we'll do some type of a program, but it's the non-loyal bullshit that, and especially when I see people go from brand to brand to brand. We've had athletes that this is why guys like brands like Flagner Fail don't do it, because they're like, you get these people, they're with you, and the people that the couple we have right now, they're loyal as shit. Two. We have 2 people that are a part of our team. You know why? Because they're loyal as fuck. All the rest of them, fuck them. Like, they don't care. They got something better, or I got, you know, a little bit more money. It's like, you're missing the big picture, right? And it doesn't boil, because if you're all about the dollar, you're clearly not a part of Iron and Ink. If you're you only give me X amount of shirts per day or per week, you're clearly not about Iron and Ink and the growth and what we can do. Because as we grow, we're going to benefit and pay back, right? It just, I don't know, man. It's weird. Maybe I was born in 84. I'm 33, turning 34. I don't ask for free shit. Get a fucking job. If you like it, pay for it. Yeah, if you guys subscribe to our newsletter and follow Alec and myself, we throw out discount codes all the time. Hey, man, discount code? I would rather have people say, can I have a discount code? I'd be like, sure. Here you go. Here's a discount.
Buy shit.
Yeah, it's awesome. I'm all about it. We do sales all the time. We do, holiday sales. But the only thing I can tell people is if you like a brand or a company or what they do, guys, support them. And how you do that is don't ask for free shit. Put, your credit card out there. Put your money out there and wear what they're doing. Like, for us, it's apparel. For supplements, it's buying supplements. For a shoe company, I mean, guys, it's like if you go to fucking Lululemon, and I'm like, which I don't shop there, but let's just do a better analogy. Let's go to Nike. I'm gonna walk in Nike today. I'm gonna go, oh man, I need those fucking shoes. 120, fuck it. I'm just gonna take them. Just gonna walk out and take them. It's the same thing as if you ask for free shit from us via e-commerce. There's no difference. Am I wrong? Am I right? What do you guys think?
Completely.
And what do you think, Colin? It's the same vibe.
Yeah, it is the
same
same vibe.
You're putting out the same vibe. If I walked in Nike, they want to arrest me. They say, dude, go fuck yourself. And no, you can't have those shoes for free. You need to drop $120.
Well, it's like, exactly. It's what you said. People are just looking for the handouts.
Does that really improve a brand? I think, fuck no, that's the demise of your brand.
No, and the problem is, it doesn't matter what your brand is. Your shit can get shut down in a day.
Yeah.
Like Toys R Us. Out of fucking business.
Jeffrey the Giraffe, R.I.P. dog.
It doesn't matter how big, how small you are, if companies like that are going out of business, how do you possibly in your mind think, hey, small business, I'm gonna ask for free shit? How are they gonna stay alive?
Yeah, I mean, what's interesting about that is that I know actually the reasons why Toys R Us went under, which
Amazon?
No, actually it was because they refused to work with changing of times. They said, oh, we'll just sell toys, but Amazon was obviously a huge blow, but not to go off on this tangent, like, you didn't update your store. Like, make it a cool experience for kids. Like, they walk in, you have people in costumes and, like, goop machines and, like, almost like a Camp
Nickelodeon slime
Yeah,
universe.
exactly, like a Nickelodeon slime event, and you sell toys on the side. But instead you have a white wall warehouse slanging toys. Sorry, bro, that shit's not happening.
Everything's on an iPad.
Yeah, and so like that's where they lost their touch. You know, it's like Jeffrey the Giraffe. Well, let's like take him.
It's kind of sad in a way too,
it's
especially like books are going the way
it's
too.
Super sad, dude, because they were a powerhouse. I mean, I grew up on that. You know, Jeffrey the Giraffe. I remember going to get video games. I was so pumped, and the guy was behind the cage. He has to slide the game through. It's super.
I got my first skateboard at Toys R Us.
Sick.
Yeah. It sucked. It was an X Games board.
Nice. That's awesome. Yeah, I think. But like, what were you saying though? You were talking about how it could go at any time, and that's the thing. What I think. You're also, guys, like, here's a little bit of advice. When you just give away your shit, what does that do to your product? It devalues
it. Yeah.
Exactly. So, you know, if people are like wanting to start brands or companies or businesses, like, you know, Bang was smart. Their cost is low, but at some of the expos, they're giving out 1 free can of Bang. But they knew that they did the numbers that if we only do 1 can, we're out X amount of dollars. But now the rest of the shit, once you're hooked on it, that shit ain't free.
It's like heroin. First taste is free, yo.
That's right. That first taste. But
after that, you suck.
Yeah.
You win.
You're in it. Yeah, and so I think like when you devalue a product as well, you know, what's the incentive to buy? Because if I got it for
people
free,
don't value what they can get for free. That's just like that's it. That's the message.
And that's the same thing where you see these big name clothing brands, and you see them in department stores for 3/4 the price. Why the fuck would you go online and buy it there when you can get it for, you know, $20 less at the store?
Yeah.
And I think, isn't that a good thing? If you look at a company, you're like, no, they don't have ambassadors. They don't have all these people that are getting free shit all the time. You can tell, like, hey, clearly, if they don't think they have to do that, they believe in the shit they're making.
Yeah, I mean,
they believe in it enough to where they don't have to just throw it out to the masses.
Yeah, I mean, it's cool to have like a team. Like, I know a lot of skateboard companies do that, but they're actually like skating to represent them. I mean, for us, we're representing a lot in the music scene now, where we're, you know, helping bands out on the road, because, you know, I've been on tour and it's a rough go. You know, like, laundry's not always there, so if we can give them dope shirts to rock and it's the brand and they're into it, and these guys and girls are like into the brand, like, I'm all for it. So that's more our wheelhouse where we're going and supporting if it's tattoo shops. Because, I mean, again, there's a tattoo brand. We want to support local shops and people that want to get, you know, more on the apparel side of stuff. Like, we're more than willing to do that. I just feel that, you know, if you just start giving it away, man, it just... there's no turning back. And there's a reason too. I met him years ago. Some people know this, don't. I met Randall from Live Fit when I first started the brand in 2014. He's doing really, really well. But he said the similar thing. Like, I mean, his DM gets flooded. I mean, he probably has someone else answering his shit, right? But he said the one thing that they do is the reason people always ask, why don't you have more people? Or how can I be a Live Fit athlete? He's like, we're watching, dude. He's like, there's a reason there's only 8 team members. 8. This dude has over, and he has 510,000 on Instagram. He's 500,000 followers, right? He drops a t-shirt, that unit, he's selling 500 plus in a day. No problem. $25 a pop plus shipping. I mean, the guy's doing well. So the whole point is, like, even from his level, people need to realize, like, there's a reason why he picks and chooses, and he's picky. And to be honest, I've seen him go through some struggles of bullshit with ambassadors and the Devin Physique dude, the guy that was a big fraud on the internet. He was one of his, you know, clothing reps. Mm-hmm. Then that motherfucker learned all of Randall's in and outs of how to do apparel, started his own brand, and pieced out. The dedicated brand, he called it. It's just shit. So the whole point is, like, he's stealing from him in a way, learning the ropes, and then, you know, moving forward.
That's what I'm doing with Ed.
Nice.
Screen printing. Yeah. I'm going to start my own business.
Sick.
Fuck that, dude.
Iron and Stink underwear brand.
Ice
and Ink. Ice and Ink. Yeah, so the whole point is just the fact that where's that loyalty at? And, like, what is loyalty? And does it even really exist? Or is it, like, few and far between? I don't know. I mean, I feel that the 2 people, which I'm okay. See, the funny thing is, people are like, wow, you only have 2 people on your team. It feels good. Like, those 2 people, we do anything for them.
You don't have to question it.
It's not a question. The turnaround that we had, it's like, dude, look at them now. They're doing the most obscure bullshit. It's to make a buck. Make a buck. Like, there's no consistency, too. We've talked about this on many podcasts, the other 15. that we've had.
200 podcasts ago.
But you know what I mean? Like, it boils down to that as well. Like, scrap the business side. That's one element. But also, like, consistency. Like, your loyalty, your word is your bond. And, like, you're kind of a turd. Like, and then you look at what they're doing. And you're like, you're doing the same bullshit. You're doing nothing cool, man. Like, you know what I mean? Turn and burn. The turn and burn method. So.
Buy the product, wear the product, like, love the product. And then it's like, you know, you'll kind of get found. In a way,
100. Well, nowadays it's easy as pie, man. I mean, I just find it very a beyond dumb question / mind blowing where people go, you know, how can I support the brand? I'm like, stop.
Buy it and wear it.
right. So stop for a second before you just said that. Think about it, and what do you think?
Yeah.
Oh yeah, if I actually buy one of your shirts and wear it, there you go, man. It's not rocket science, you know. We're not reinventing the wheel.
That's how you support any company.
Yeah, right? I mean, I would think. That's what I think.
Pretty basics, 101.
It all comes down to longevity. It's like, okay, if you truly believe in what the brand is, regardless of what it is, it doesn't... You're not looking at, okay, what can I get out of it within the next 3 months?
Right.
It's never that.
Right.
It's where is it going to be in 5 years? And if you truly believe in it, you're in it for that long
it's a
game.
Very good point.
And it's not that bullshit. Okay, hey, I'm gonna be a brand ambassador for so and so because I think they're only gonna make it this far, so I'm gonna cash in while I can.
Yeah.
If you truly believe in, you know, the company you're supporting, the next 3 months, the next, you know, year, that's not even in your mind.
Right.
It's 10 years. Where is this gonna be in 10 years? Because if you don't believe that it's gonna be there in 10 years.
The fuck are you doing?
What the fuck are you doing?
It's crazy. I've seen brands like where they post like, here's our ambassador or like our, you know, sponsored athletes, and it's a laundry list of like 50 plus people. I'm like,
unless you're Bauer or Nike or someone who does that for like professional athletes, like,
but like,
you know.
even Nike's interesting too, because I was looking at like their Nike SB, their skateboard line. They're few and far between. Like Nike SB crushes, and they're doing it really well, but they got the cream of the crop. They got Nyjah Huston, Eric Costin. You know, they only have so many skaters on their team when they can pick from a million. But there's a reason, there's strategy behind what they're doing and what they believe in, and guys that are going to be loyal. Like Nyjah Huston's one of the biggest skateboarders in the industry. Young dude, he was with DC forever. Nike grabbed him because they're like, we can do what DC's doing better, but like he was looking for more loyalty and wanted something to expand his career. And we get it. Like for an athlete, we want to help out. But, you know, we're not Nike money at this point, and I'm okay with that. But it's just, it's funny, man. It all boils down to the same story. Like, even with Nike, it's like, I just don't have the audacity in me to go, can I get free shit? Like, that just blows my fucking mind.
It's seriously like walking into a restaurant, ordering food, and be like, hey, I'm not going to pay for this, but what I'll do, I'll take a picture of it, throw it up on my gram.
Yeah, that's a much better analogy. Yeah, that's exactly what it's like.
That was a good one.
Yeah.
I'll give you that
analogy.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I got X amount of followers. They'll come eat here.
Yeah. That's the thing. That's like the Flem show, man.
It is. Well, it is. It's so funny how people nowadays, one, they take Instagram so fucking serious. Like, it is life. I
was just gonna comment on your post. That was hilarious, and like a couple people were like,
my God.
"Don't be sad." I was like, "It's a joke." Like,
people take it so goddamn serious, and they think, hey, the numbers you produce, you're in the cool kid club.
Yeah.
Like, oh, I got this many followers. No, it's hey, I have this many followers.
Right.
So now, because of that, I'm obligated to whatever the fuck I want.
Yeah, it's bad, dude. It's really bad. I look at it like it's bad, but I also then, the flip coin is like, I also like it because it's so bad. Then when you keep it real and you're running a brand, you're like, well, we're not doing that. So I don't really want people that are into that to like us. No. Like we're not for everyone, you know? And if that's what you want to do, man, like, it's crazy. It's like running rampant on social media. Right
it's
now.
Like people go so far as to like rent cars to take pictures by to make it look like they're living some bougie fucking life.
Okay, well,
mean,
I
you
mean,
got a blue check mark, so you're in the game.
I got that Lambo outside, you know.
Oh, do you?
Yeah.
Did they give it to you?
It's a Corolla.
Okay.
Fuck, man. And it's a Toyota Corolla. Okay.
Toyota Corolla.
I love that car. It's great.
Yeah, my sister has one. It's nice. But yeah, people like really
Yeah.
to
I
get
know.
that satisfaction of someone fucking double clicking on your picture.
Yeah, it's weird. I think, again, it boils back down to good. Like, this is why we do the podcast, so people can know who we are as people, what we're doing as this brand, and also, too, like, keeping it real, man. Like, it's all about no bullshit, keep it real. Like, we're going to keep pushing the envelope of, like, better product. The cool thing is, too, is, like, working with good people. It's a really fun experience when you start getting in the music world, and you know, now we're going to the Minneapolis has the X Games coming up. We're gonna go there, and
Warped Tour 2 days
Warped
later.
Tour 2 days later. My bachelor party in between all that. Like, oh,
It's gonna be a fucking
gonna be awesome.
gnarly
it's gonna be
weekend.
an intense weekend. So we'll do a podcast. We should do one on the yacht boat.
should.
That'd be sick.
I mean,
And by the way,
can.
we're not ballers. We didn't buy
No.
a yacht. We're just renting it
for 4 hours.
for 4
So we
hours.
can take pictures on it.
Yeah, we're gonna get really cool
We're
pictures.
gonna go over to Big Lake and be like, hey.
The only song on repeat though should be Big Pimpin', because that video was on a yacht boat, and that's like the legit yacht boat
Boats
anthem.
And hoes,
Boats
yeah.
and hoes, yeah.
Yeah, but you think that's kind of the flip coin to it is there's the
Yeah.
curse of social media, but such a blessing because just think in the past year how many people we've met and the connections
Yeah,
we've
it is
made
good. Yep.
because of it.
I'll never bash it on that level.
No.
I just say, hey guys, like next time or the next time you want to, and like we respond for the most part, but if it gets out of hand, we're not, because it's just, you know, you're being rude. But just think about if you want to support anything, whatever they're providing, pay for it. Opt into it. I mean, there's services we're doing with the brand that are free, such as the podcast. You don't have to pay for it. You know, we also know who's buying stuff and who our following or our loyal people are, and we hook you up. Like, you know, we got Rosario with something. We're hooking him up this week with a little something,
little tasty treat.
A little tasty treat in the mail.
Personal
So,
thing.
you know, we appreciate that, guys, and that's what keeps this rolling and lets us really enjoy our job. And so, like, that one idiot on Instagram, Flem Show, and then 5 minutes later, I get some guy hitting me up saying, wow, keep doing what you're doing, man. It's awesome. Keep the podcast rolling. Like, you guys seem like good people, and I really appreciate that. That made everything okay, you know? Yeah. So we know you guys are out there. We appreciate it. And just remember, before you type a DM or ask any company, can I get free shit? Think about it. And remember, that product had to be purchased, had to be made by the individual that owns the company or someone in the mix. This doesn't come off a magic tree in our backyard. We shake it, and holy shit, Iron and Ink product just like came from the sky, and you know, it's here now. No, like this costs hard-earned dollars, where I have another job that I had to do to start the brand, guys. Like, this is no joke. Like, that's my choice, and that's what you have to do. But you know, you're not. Some people are born into money, some people aren't. But it's a combo platter. You have to support what you believe in.
Yeah, I think a good way to look at it is, okay, put yourself in that position. I'd like to think that, you know, most of the people have jobs. So how would you feel if someone came to you and asked you for whatever service you provide to do it for free?
Yeah.
How would you feel about that?
There
You'd probably be like, no.
Yeah.
It's no different.
Yeah.
At all.
Yep. Just because you're hiding behind a phone, guys, it's still, you're interacting with real humans at real businesses and lives that are affected by it. So.
Yeah, we got kids to feed.
I got kids. Wasn't that Latrell Sprewell that said that?
I think so. I got kids to feed.
They offered him a $15 million deal with the T-Wolves. He turned it down and said, I got kids to feed. That's just so...
I got 37
unless
kids
they're
back
eating
home.
rare beluga whale meat
Right, yeah.
every night.
Unreal. But you guys have anything to
escargot.
add? You got anything to add? I know you've been a little quiet over there, big dog.
I've been letting you guys go off on this train,
Yeah.
so I think
What's your take on, like... Let's dab. Should we talk about this guy? Because I feel like we talk about him now. He's gonna get like a bunch of people hitting up his page, like fucking Flem Show. But it's just like, look at it. You'll see it in 5 seconds. You're just like garbage.
Well, it's that, and we're not trying to like bash the dude or anything like that, because
I hope maybe he is a good guy.
Yeah, I
but
do.
I'm
But
saying,
the way that he's portrayed himself over the years, and the way that he worded his messages.
Yo.
And
Yo fam.
Because we're in no way or shape or form do we believe like we're better than anyone else at all. But it's like, come on. I mean, why do you think that's okay? What do you think is better about you to feel like you deserve?
I think
the entitlement, like
it's the entitlement.
What about you as a person do you think entitles you to
but
whatever
see,
you want?
feeds or strokes that ego, I know what it is. It's these brands that are just savages, and they're like, oh, we're a weed CBD oil company, give it to him because he's got 200K followers. Do this. Like, as a business owner, you need to go, is this person who they are to their core what you want representing your brand?
That's a sellout.
That's
hard.
Exactly.
That's a hey, what are you willing to do to make your company successful?
Right.
How much shit are you willing to eat to do it?
So many brands are doing that heavily right now as they're bankrolling off like, oh, you have how many, Colin? Mm-hmm. Oh, you have 500,000 followers? You're in. Like, no questions asked.
Yeah, right.
Like, that's it. Like, if you have X amount of people following you, and I feel like that's not going to win the long game. Like, actually, I know it won't win the long game.
Do you want to know why? Because
you tell me.
This is kind of what I've wrapped my mind around.
Have you?
Is there's a lot of people out there, a lot of extremely attractive people, but
they're a dime a dozen.
That shit only lasts so many years. So if you build yours, if you're a public figure, air quotes, like, first go fuck yourself.
We love air
quotes.
You're
so special that you put public figure as your
you know what
business.
I'm gonna do it right now. I'm gonna change mine to public figure.
Do it.
Just gonna
do it.
Just piss them off.
Do it.
No, I'm kidding.
But
I don't even know how to do that. Fuck.
So, if you are selling yourself, That's your business. How long will that last? Because the fact is,
looks fade,
and there's gonna be someone younger and hotter that's gonna come right there. So, what are you gonna do when the followers stop coming in, the likes stop coming in? What are you doing to make that into a full-time deal? Is taking shirtless pictures oiled up with a butt plug in?
Yeah. Isn't that your style?
Yeah, that's
the booty plug.
Yeah.
No, what's funny is actually it was an old episode, Gary V was talking to Paige Hathaway exactly about this. He's like, you missed it. And she's like, what do you mean? He's like, there's a million chicks now on Instagram like you, but you were the one that was like the start of it, and like you dropped the ball. Like, you're kind of fucked. Mm-hmm. And without a doubt, like, he's right. Because he's like, there's 50 other chicks, 100 million other chicks that are hotter or as hot as you doing something else. Like, she's just too late to the game. Like, she was the girl. She was with Shreds. But that's the thing. You get all this free shit. You get this product, and these people's feed their ego. But then all of a sudden, when the dust settles and the brands go away, it's like, oh, God, what do I do?
Yep.
You know? And then... but then that also spins into a whole nother scenario of a lot of these people, they're doing things they're not passionate about. They're doing it to make $1 because, like, oh shit, I guess I need a clothing brand now. Oh shit, I guess I need a supplement brand now. Oh, now I need to be a musician. It's like, no, do whatever you want to do. Like, don't do clothing if you're not into clothing. Like, anything, what people don't understand, anything can be lucrative if you can make it happen and you're passionate about it and you have a team and you drive and you work your ass off. Like, this is why I'm not owning a record label. I love music. I'm in music. I play drums, but I'm not a solo artist or own a record label. That doesn't interest me. Clothing does. That's why I do clothing.
Yep.
There you go.
And I think a lot of people think, what can I do? What can I start that's going to put me in the limelight? Instead of, I love this. This is my passion. I might not get the recognition for it.
Yeah.
But I'm going to do it anyways because I love it. And then you have the flip coin where people are like, all right, what can I do to,
Yeah, reaching for straws, kind of,
And people
and you
roll
can tell,
with it.
I think people a lot of times, too, the cool part is at the end of the day, people are starting to be aware of it. People want good shit. Like, they do. I think, we might get a bunch of these, but you know what I always say now makes me kind of, like, chill? is if someone asks for free shit, I'm like, hey, at least they're looking.
Yeah.
Like, now they know my brand. They know that we're around. They know we exist. You know, with all the 8 million other brands, we're on radar. Cool. And we're just going to keep pumping out cool shit and, you know.
I had screen printing right now.
I did screen printing. Are you supposed to be screen printing?
No.
Get your
Well,
ass
I will.
in there,
I'll get
boy.
out there.
Get in there, boy.
I'll get in there later.
And then you have to add anything? I felt good.
That's
That
good.
makes
Feels
me feel
good. Yeah.
This feels good.
It does.
Episode 16's in the can.
It does. It's just, yeah, I think it comes down to, you know, just, I guess, be respectful.
Yeah, we're not trying to be
and-
these asshole
No,
dudes,
no,
guys.
no.
By the way, I'm stating facts. I'm not blowing shit out of proportion. I'm keeping it real 100%. And you know, I respect people like, hey, you know what? Maybe I can meet this dude with this guy someday. Maybe he's actually a good person. But the way it comes off is like, dude, come on. Like, you're getting a bunch of free shit from a bunch of brands, and I don't know. To me, that is not loyalty. Loyalty is you have the people that are behind the scenes, their back, and when you wear a shirt, if you drink that supplement, you love that product. Mm-hmm. And then the people making the product, you like them too, which then creates that like concrete validation, like I support this company. That's what it's all about. The reason, honestly, First Form is successful is because of Andy Frisella, not his fucking supplements. I will tell you that 100%. Anyone listening knows they are shaking their head. I'm a Legionnaire. Good for you. But the reason you back First Form is because that motherfucker, because he's the man. He's a machine. He's a great businessman. Like, props to him. And he's running an empire. Like, I can't bash that. It's phenomenal. Yeah. Now they're not going, oh, it's the best pre-workout, because I guarantee you I can get you better shit than First Form's pre.
Absolutely.
I'm taking it right now, and it blows that out of the water. But he's doing his thing, and that's the thing.
Appreciate the craft.
Yeah.
Appreciate the craft, because like, this shit doesn't print itself. The ideas don't come up with themselves.
That's right.
They don't. And even if that's your motivation,
someday
like,
you'll be out of a job.
Yeah,
it will have an automated robot that goes, fuck
like,
you, Alec.
There's
and says it.
Yeah, there's so many hours of, you know, concept.
I love
coming
it.
up with concepts and
hash it out
and colorways and garments and everything, and it's not something...
like I get a mini boner thinking about it. It's weird, but that means you're doing it right. Like I'm looking at like shoes. I'm just like, oh, dude, that's such a dope colorway. I'm like into clothing. It's weird, but that's why I'm doing this. Like, I love clothes, and I'm so sick of clothes that are shit. It's like, let's fucking make some dope shit for people.
I always know what I'm wearing.
Put my stamp on.
I always know what I'm wearing the day before. Like,
do you?
Always. Like, when I take
Is it an Iron and Ink Fitness product?
99% of the time. Unless it's on the weekend where I'm going out hanging.
You know, you can wear our product out on the town.
I do, but sometimes I mix it up.
Yeah.
But I do, when I'm in the shower, I'm always thinking, okay, this, and this. Always. Shoes, pants, whatever shirt I'm wearing.
That's right.
Because I like clothes.
Yeah, it's fun.
I like clothes.
Yeah. Well, it's funny, too. It's like how many people don't realize that clothing is such a huge asset. Mm-hmm. I mean, everyone wears them, right? So it's like, is it really going to go anywhere? Not
Unless
really.
we all come in the future and wear, like, fucking bodysuits, but then there'll be Iron and Ink Fitness bodysuits.
Boom. That's the plug.
Boom!
Styles.
What do you think?
No, I think that's good.
I think we nailed it. So,
it.
About loyalty, brand ambassadors, programs, guys, we're not tearing apart that concept or idea, but at the end of the day, we're going to end on a positive note saying, if you like something, you are smart enough to know how to fucking support them. You know, like, it's not that hard. You like a band, what do you think you got to do? You know, get their music, go to the show.
Yes.
Because nowadays, actually, before we end, that is the one industry that has taken a massive hit. So, like, right now, I was like, oh, Drake dropped a new album. I didn't fucking buy it. I streamed it, right? Because I paid $10 a month to Apple. Mm-hmm. He still gets, you know, credit on those streams, but he's making pennies off what, you know, hardcore album sales were. But at the end of the day, now when he comes to a show or, say, a band, like a heavy metal band, punk rock band, drop the money on the ticket. I went to Chicago, saw Newfound Glory. I bought a piece of merch because their merch was dope. From the Movie Life, Bayside, and Newfound Glory. I dropped like $100 on apparel.
That's a fucking dope lineup.
Yeah, and it was such a sick concert. And so that was the thing, guys. Like, even though music industries change, be smart. You still know how to support them. Go to their tours. Go to their fucking shows. And, you know, all the people appreciate that.
Yeah, because there's nothing
Live shows are never going to go away. They're never going to go away.
They're not, and there's nothing better than seeing that shit live over listening to it in your car.
Depends on the artist.
True,
but
because
you hear the banging record, you go see him live, you're like, oh god, this is the worst shit I've ever seen.
That's always so disappointing.
Or the other way, the record's good, you see him live, mind blowing.
Fucking slam.
Or the record's good. You know, you got all three options, but
that's how Throw the Fight is. This one band, they fucking the records are super good, and they slam live.
Oh, you're so sweet.
Yeah, and they're
new record is coming out though, guys. We're pretty stoked on it. So
it sounds so good.
Yeah, you got a little sneak peek. We got to show you some shit, Tom.
A little sneak peek. Of
it's a little heavier. It's more Colin Jones's taste. He likes that real dark shit.
I hate my parents.
Yeah. He's like, hey man, did you hear this band? I'm like, that's some gnarly shit, dude. He's like,
do you have
so
something
good.
you want to?
So good.
Something you want to talk to us about?
It's Sangre.
Like his lightest music is like Parkway Drive. Yeah. And I love that band. Love that band. Anyways,
that is awesome.
Thanks for listening.
Speaking of that, you know how to support us. You can go and you can give us a like, or you can tell your friends if you liked this episode. So that would be really helpful.
If you have questions, we do have a couple we're going to put on the next episode. Mm-hmm. We always get excited and forget to do it.
Podcast at ironandinkfitness.com.
Yep. And then for all of our YouTube stuff, guys, or anything social media, just go to ironandinkfitness.com, or it's youtube.com/ironandinkfitness. So we have all the podcasts from our GoPro that'll be on there, which is sweet. So if you're more of a watcher, you can do it that way. If you're more of a listener, go to iTunes. Iron and Think, baby. That's the podcast.
No, it's Iron and Think, not Iron.
Not
and
baby.
Think, baby. So just to clarify.
True. It's Iron and Think. And thanks for the reviews, guys. We're gonna keep this train rolling. We're having a lot of fun and appreciate you, and support what you like. Don't ask for free shit.
Don't be an asshole.
Don't be an asshole. Have an awesome weekend.
Cue the music, Adam.
Peace out.